Hey guys, Shaarq here. Today I wanna show you a build with the new introduced skill called Vortex. Not be confused with the Blade Vortex skill. The build is hardcore viable and has nice clear speed too. But let me show you the mechanics of the build. For offense, this build makes use of the support gem Iron Will. It provides us plus 1% increased spell damage for every 5 points of strength. The juicy side effect is that every 10 strength grants an additional 5 max life, so we take both advantages of strength. Righteous Fire increases the player's spell damage by up to 60% at level 20. That's amazing with the fact that we aren't crit based to compensate the damage loss with a massive amount of extra spell damage. To be honest, you won't play with Righteous Fire in high tier maps. The big disadvantage is that you not only burn nervy enemies but also yourself. To prevent this life degeneration effect, you have to max out your fire resistances and get as much as life regeneration on the passive tree as possible. Also avoid any kind of energy shield on items, it increases the degen as well. The mandatory unique shield for sustaining Righteous Fire beside of enough life regen is Rise of the Phoenix. Use it as soon as possible even if you don't use Righteous Fire for the moment, to consider it for your endgame setup. For the skill gems, our main damage setup consists of Vortex, Iron Will, Rapid Decay, Controlled Destruction, added cold damage and increased AoE. The remaining setups are however optional setups, and if you would rather use something else, then that's completely fine as well. To further improve your defenses, I recommend the common cast when damage taken setup linked with cast when damage taken, Immortal Core and increased duration. With this setup you will whenever you take a hit cast Immortal Core to prevent a 2-shot. The fourth socket is reserved for clarity. I am fine with a level 8 one. For the second 4 link I use Blasphemy linked with Elemental Weakness and Flame Dash linked with faster casting for mobility. The first 3 link is Vortex linked with Conk Effect and Rapid Decay and additionally supported with Iron Will if you use the setup in a Dune Cubiary Scepter. The second 3 link is Righteous Fire linked with Rapid Decay and Increased Burning. After all my recommendations, there is still one free 4 link left. The only mandatory gem in here is Purity of Fire to get maximum fire resistances for sustaining Righteous Fire. Fill up the 3 remaining sockets with whatever you want. Skill tree progression is fairly simple. Head to the Templar area for keynotes like Amplify and Light of Divinity. Finally, we are heading to the Marauder and Duelist area for more damage, life and life regen. Usually we start using Righteous Fire in the late 70s after met all the requirements I mentioned before. That includes grabbing all the life regen nodes on the tree, keep that in mind guys. The link for the passive tree is in the description of this video. The Ascendancy class of choice for this build is for sure the Elementalist. Here you need to pick up Shape of Desolation, it's simply broken nowadays. I also picked up Beacon of Ruin for some proliferation and Pendulum of Destruction for even more damage and increased AoE. For the bandits you need to help Oak or Normer and kill them all in Cruel and Merciless. For your gear you primarily need to look for affixes such as elemental resistances, life strengths and armor on all your stuff, and additionally faster casting, spell damage on amulet and at least 25% movement speed on boots. To cover your dexterity and intelligence requirements of your skill gems, try to get a bit of those attributes on the gear you craft or buy as well. On the jewel sector we are flexible. We're looking for strength, cold damage, area damage, damage over time, life, elo resistances, spell damage and spell damage while holding a shield and so on. As for unique items, there are, as I mentioned in the beginning of the guide, 3 necessary items to make the build work. It's Rise of the Phoenix, the Fire Ring, and I also strongly recommend saving currency up for Dune Cubiary, with the fact we are playing a strength based build with up to 800 strength. This weapon is best in slot for us. For flask setup in general, check out my PoE profile. That's it boys, if you liked the video and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in.